You will never stop experiencing you. And this is what has been holding you back. You're looking at the world, you're looking at the things that you're facing, you're looking at the opportunity that you want, you're looking at the change you want to make, and you're not realizing that when you go through it, what you experience and what you end up with is yourself. You are what you're experiencing. The world is not as it is as you are. And so, if your vision of what you want to create has nothing to do with who you want to become, then you will bring the version of you now everywhere you go. And that version of you that you are now will receive everything that you currently do. If you're receiving hate, if you're receiving negative energy, if you're receiving pain, if you're receiving if you're receiving anything other than what you desire, it's you that needs to elevate. Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to shift you into the highest frequency being that you can be so that you can experience the life that you desire. And make sure to listen all the way through, because at the very end, we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. Now, before we get started this message, leave a comment. Like the video, share it with somebody. We are the rising tide. So if there's something impactful in here, if there's something that gives you the energy to make a shift, leave a comment or share it with somebody so that we can do it too. So destination needs to be destination you. When you set a plan, when you set a goal, when you set a life that you want to live, you are always the target, because you will never not experience you. If you are a negative person and everything is wrong, no matter what happens in your life, you will have the perception from that negative energy. If you are an abundant person and you see success, you see opportunity, you see wealth, then whatever situation you go, you will find it in it. You have to understand that this is a whole experience. From the moment you're born to the moment you die, it is a whole experience. So you might be going through something right now, and what you're taking away from it is the equivalent to you. And then you might say, well, but I'm thinking this way, I'm making these changes, I'm moving into my positive mindset, I'm thinking that I'm wealthy, but it's not happening. Remember, it's a whole experience. And time, which is something we think we have, but it's actually a perception, is not the measuring stick. It's your frequency. We are here to level up, not level forward. That's why you don't need the things to happen, but they will, because you will be the recipient of it wherever you're at. So think about this. Wherever you're at, if you are a millionaire thinker, meaning you are abundant, you receive money, you've got things, you're a magnet for financial success. If you are that, whatever the equivalent of that is in the vicinity which you are, you will have. Meaning, if you're in America where there's wealth aplenty, you will have a lot of it. But if you're coming from somewhere where there isn't a lot of wealth around, you will become the equal version of it there. If you're on the moon where there's nothing, if you are a reflection of something, you will still attract what you are. You have to get past the idea of winning the material asset and get in alignment with the idea of winning the state of being. That's the true asset. Yes, you can get paid. Yes, you can change lives. Yes, you can get fit. Yes, you can do all those things, but that's not the overall goal. People have those things and they're empty within. And there's people that have them that are fulfilled. That is why they are not the destination. You are always the destination. So you must start every single moment, every single day with a high perspective of you. Start your day saying, I am a millionaire. I do things amazingly. I can accomplish my dreams. I am living my dreams. I am my dream version. I am healthy. I'm strong. I am fit. Level yourself up with these expectations, these beliefs in you by saying them in your mind, saying them out loud, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying them so that you are your next level being. You have to understand, some people are born, actually everyone's born thinking a certain way, but some people are born a certain way that's in alignment with certain things. So you might see somebody that achieves wealth easily and you're like, well, they're not doing this mindset stuff. They're not doing this. They already think that way. They should be doing billionaire mindset stuff. They already think that way. Not everybody has to force themselves to go on a diet to get in shape. Some people just eat healthy. Not everybody has to align their mind to make a lot of money. Some people just make money. Not everybody has to align ourselves to become a professional athlete. Some people are just gifted. That's just the way it is. Some people have certain alignment, but you don't. So you can either point at these exceptions and say, well, they don't do this. They're not thinking the way they are. You just don't even notice it. You can either do that, or you can look at yourself, okay, I am an infinite being. I am consciousness like all these other things. So I am consciousness. Whatever I focus on expands. Whatever I believe, I experience. So I'm going to start putting these positive beliefs. I'm going to start putting these high frequency things into my mind so that I can experience them. I use the four-leaf clover, for example. If you follow me on social media, I find four-leaf clovers. I can find one every single day. As long as there's a clover field, as long as there's clovers about, I will find the four-leaf clover. But for 36 years, I could never find one. I looked and I wanted one bad. And I hadn't even seen one in person. I'd heard about it, stuff like that. Of course, I'd seen them on the internet, but I'd never seen one. I'd never seen a four-leaf clover. I heard about keeping them, people having them, people finding them. I couldn't find one. Then one day, one specific day, I found one. And I remember it. I remember it as if it was just now. I remember seeing that four-leaf clover. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I went and I picked it, and I'm like, this can't be right. A four-leaf clover. I still have it. I carry it in my wallet. So I found that four-leaf clover. Then I started to believe that you can find four-leaf clovers. Then I found another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And I can find them every single day because the belief in me that they are there is true now. And so I find them because I have identified myself as somebody that can always find four-leaf clovers. Now I'm identifying myself as somebody that makes millions of dollars. Now I'm identifying myself as somebody that's in extremely good shape. I'm identifying myself with these things because my actions and thoughts align with them. If yours don't, then even if you have the thought, it's not belief. Belief in something is not just thinking about it, it's being about it, right? It's a state of being. So when you want this next level stuff, you better be committed to being a next level thinker. You better be committed to letting go of low frequency ideas, low frequency thoughts, low frequency habits, because they're never going to give you what you want. I don't care how good of friends you are with those people. If they're not living the life that you want, you will never have it with your association with them. And you might think that you can do both, that you could be the exception of the rule and still hang out with those some certain people or still do those habits or still have those thoughts and accomplish it, but you're wrong. You're wrong. You will not consistently become something if you're lowering your frequency to fit in other places. You must become so unapologetically you that it's offensive to other people. It's offensive when someone says, I'm this. Right? When someone says, I'm this, and it's a high level thing. When someone says, I'm a billionaire. When someone, and they're not, right? They're building that stuff. When someone says, I'm the sexiest man alive. I'm the fittest man alive. I'm the most, when somebody says something with that much confidence, someone else is going to be triggered, not just because they're bothered that someone is saying a high praise of themselves, but it has to make them reflect on themselves. If you keep watching me and I keep getting richer, like, since I started re-coaching myself in the past 3 months, because I had fallen off from my own program, I was coaching everybody else, and then I had to pull myself back in and say, all right, Henry, your number one client is yourself. Since I started doing that, I've tripled my income in the past 90 days. Tripled it. Because one, I'm the fucking best coach there is, but two, I wasn't doing the work. I wasn't following the process. I wasn't doing the steps. You have to do these things. You can't just think good. You can't just hope good. You can't just do those things. You have to be dialed in. You have to write down your vision. You have to put life into your vision. You have to live that life with your vision, and then it becomes your reality. Do you think my money's going to stop growing? Hell no. We will be at $100,000 months by the summer. It's going to happen. And it's not that I know something that you don't. It's not that I have some magic power or that I do have magic power. It's the same magic power we all have. But it's not that something recently happened other than the fact that I started to realign my mind and tap into the fact that I am the creator of my experience. And I started giving my ability to everyone else except for myself and not served it. You do the same thing. You can give the best advice to someone else that you don't follow. You can give the best leadership to someone else that you're not following. That's what we're missing. You are the priority. It is about you. It is your experience. Wake up. Your life is not mine. You don't owe me a thing. Just like I don't owe you a thing. That's why I'm not working with anybody that's not a millionaire. If you do not have the capacity to become a millionaire, I can't work with you. And you might wonder, well, why is he putting this thing around money? It's not about the money. I don't care if you actually have a million. It's that you have the ability to do something on a grand scale. That if you wanted to, you could have it. You see, it's easy to talk bad about something that you can't even have. right? It's easy to say you're wasting your money buying that car. It's like you can't even buy the car. What are you talking about? How can you tell me when you can't even do it, right? You're wasting your time building that podcast. You can't even reach 10 people when you go on the phone. What are you talking about? Right? The same should be for you. It's your experience. Do not have fear of what other people are going to think of your experience, because if you do, that fear will keep you from having it because it's going to protect you from the thing that would have helped propel you. Right? When you start becoming something, the thing that you're becoming, will disappear. You will be the only example of it. And when you stay as that example, when you stay in alignment as the thing, then it starts to come back because the proof is in the work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath. And I'm going to slow down. I'm hyped up. Telling everybody I don't want to coach them. Tell them I want everybody to be a millionaire, because you can. You absolutely can. But we're going to breathe in. We're going to step into our I am statements. And believe it or not, my statement is, I'm that motherfucking millionaire. You pick whatever you want, but I need some of that badass energy. I need a little swag in my bag. I'm trying to get to $100,000 a month. I'm trying to help thousands of people. I'm trying to reach millions of people. I'm trying to make a big impact. I can't think small. I can't receive small. Neither can you. This world is meant to be blessed up by being the example of how to do it. There's no gatekeeping. I'm telling you everything in my mind. You could follow it. You don't even need to hire me as a coach. You could just follow it. So I'm that motherfucking millionaire. That's what I am. Right? I'll whisper it for those that don't like the cussing. And you pick whatever you want. Just pick something. But I know I'd feel pretty bad. I might as well say I'm a billionaire in this one. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say I am a billionaire. Billion with a B. That's what I'm going to say. Now, you might say you want to be the best father, the best mother, the best friend. Like, all those are good, but it better be something that's a stretch for you. You can't have me saying that I'm about to become a billionaire, and then you're saying, well, I'm going to talk to my boss about a raise. You can't do that. Be big. Pick your alignment. So we're going to breathe in. You're going to say the I am statement, and then as you're holding your breath, create a scene in your mind, like a movie, and visualize it playing out as if you're that person. And then when you exhale, allow anything that doesn't resonate with you to leave you. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. I can feel it now. I can feel it now. We're on the beach. I maybe unintentionally went to Intention Beach. I can feel it now. You're there. You're there with your success. You have such a story to share. This is 10 years from now. We're there. I'm still looking young. We're all looking young. This is a beautiful vision. And you're sharing your story with others about how you decided that you were this person. You said, you know what? I heard this podcast that one day and I decided this was the moment I'm flipping the switch in. Baby, you flipped that switch and you became that version of you. And the last 10 years that you lived were really the first 10 years you lived as you. And it felt amazing because you committed and you became the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you want to go deeper into these episodes, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you updated with every single episode. And I send out an easy to follow exercise that you can do every single day to help you tap into this. It's an easy email to follow. You dial in, you shift in, and then you start to receive. You can also follow me on social media. There's my Instagram and TikTok down below as well. And if you're ready to make some money, we are dialing up the money. We have opened up the one-on-one coaching. And again, I'm looking for a specific person, someone that is ready to go to big dollars, someone that's ready to double the dollars. Depending on where you're at, you might be able to double it, you might be able to triple it, or you might just be able to start receiving. But I am willing and ready to dial you in to your highest frequency. Your millionaire frequency, maybe even your billionaire frequency, but it's there. When I meet with you, we're going to have a conversation and we will see where the meat is on those bones so that you can start pulling it in and eating at the table that you were meant to be at. If this is you, message me on Instagram at RealHenryG. We can have a conversation there, or you can email me at henry@vibeabundant. Let's talk about it. Let's get on a Zoom call. Let's see how your life can change and you can make that money that you know that you're meant to be. And you can identify yourself as that high frequency being so that you can receive it all and experience it all. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.